Well, hey everybody, welcome to my 666 subscribers special, where today we have, oh no, what? Ah!
Get down here. Your soul is mine.
What do you mean my soul is yours? You gotta be kidding me.
You have reached 666 subscribers, shilling for NASA. You now belong to me.
Ah, baloney. We're taking over this here, bud.
What? No, you can't. That's impossible.
That's right. Take a hike. Me and my friends are taking over.
Damn you, Troglodyte.
Well, now that that's out of the way, welcome to my 666 subscribers special, where apparently we are broadcasting direct from hell. And since we're in hell, we may as well summon up some demons. Please welcome to the show, Taddy Boggle. And his translator, Carrie Mack. Jet Monk, the drunk monkey. Mr. Sensible. Steaming Cup of Reason. Amy Hogan. And last but not least, Jen Morgan. Oh, hi, Mr. Jim Bills. What are you doing here?
Oh, you poor befuddled hominid. One wonders, one really does. You seem blissfully unaware, as always, that all black domestic felines have the capacity for both ingress and egress off the underworld more or less at will.
Oh, well, alrighty then. Welcome to the show, sir. Well, welcome to the Troglodyte Clan 666 subscriber special. I'm glad everybody's here. We had a couple of last-minute additions. Dick Dawson, why don't you come on into the room?
Well, hello, and thank you so much for having. Oh shit! Did I just scare that fucking little pussy off? Did he leave?
You gotta be careful, man. When you come in like a ton of freaking bricks, dogs and cats go ape. What's wrong with you?
Oh, for fuck's sakes, man! I'm sorry, Mr. Jim Bells. Come back, buddy. Come back. I promise to be a good boy. I promise. Please. It's over. For fuck's sakes. Well, hey, man, I didn't mean to do that, but thanks so much for having me on. This is going to be a blast.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. And our time traveler decided to pop in. Our Anti-Flatter. Come on in, Anti-Flatter.
Hey, man. Sorry I was a little bit late. As you can tell, I'm still dressed for work.
How in the hell can you be late when you live in the future? You could pick any time you want on my timeline.
Wow, I think the super tardiness kind of cancels each other out.
Well, you either need to get your TARDIS into the shop for a tune-up, or you need to loosen that little spandex there because it's pinching something.
Yeah, I think it's the effects of all the spaghetti pizza, mate. It's starting to slow me down a bit.
Oh, goodness. Well, we're going to have to cure that little addiction of yours one of these days. We will talk later. So let's go around the room a little bit and let's find out who everybody is and what they do on YouTube, just in case somebody watching at home doesn't know. As if, right? Amy Hogan, introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are, what you do.
Hello, everybody. I'm Amy Hogan, and I like to help out on the shills, and I'm going to be starting a new channel with Dick Dawson very soon, so keep your eyes open for that, please.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. And Dick, why don't you expand on that a little bit?
Well, I would absolutely love to. Amy Hogan and I both live in the world of special needs children. We both have autistic children that we raise on our own. And as such, we have come together to create a new channel, acronym Autism. And you have to come over and check it out. We'll have a Discord server up soon. It will be advertised on the Shills and on the individual Shill channels as well. And we are really going to dive into the issues and what it's like to be the people that we are in the situation we are. And it's, child inclusive. The server is very much kid focused. It's going to be an absolute fantastic place to be. Come check out the show. Right, Amy? We got this, don't we?
We certainly do.
And sweet.
Yes.
Jeff from Stephen Come a Reason, what do you got to tell everybody?
Oh, sorry. Couldn't find the mute button there for a minute. Hey, how you doing, everybody? Jeff from Steaming Cup of Reason. And I'm really glad to be here. And I don't know. Oh, yeah, we got Blue Marble Signs coming up next week on our Logic and Reason. Why don't you tell them about that, Logical?
Yes, this coming Saturday, not today, next Saturday, at our regular scheduled time of midnight Central Daylight Time, 0600 British Summertime, we will be having episode 3 of Logic and Reason. We will be discussing gravity is not required. Density and buoyancy is all you need, according to the conspiracy theorists. It is going to be the battle of gravity versus density. Our special guests will be Blue Marble Science and Mike the Engineer returning once again.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show, everybody. Watch this space, man. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. Mr. Sensible, what you got, buddy? Mr. Sensible.
Hello. Yeah, I got it. Am I in?
Yes,
you're in, Dork. Just fucking speak, will ya?
Yeah, hiya, LT. How's it going, man?
Oh, now I'm having problems with the mute button.
All right. I'm handing out slaps to every fucking one of you. What the hell is going on? I swear to God, are you a bunch of people that have never done this before?
No.
Mr. Sensible, try that again. Hello and welcome to the panel. How are you, sir?
At last, a professional. Thank you, Dick. I'm very well.
It's good to hear it. Logical Troglodyte. Welcome your guest to the panel, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Sensible, in case somebody hasn't met you yet, tell them who you are, what you do on YouTube, buddy.
Well, I'm an ordinary guy, and I like busting flirs, ideally with cheese. But coming up with various cheese experiments is quite difficult. I'm branching out more into live, and tonight I was very fortunate to have a 2-hour live stream with a real flat earther from New Zealand.
I caught part of that. It was amazing. People watching at home, if you haven't checked it out after this is over, I suggest you go check that out like right away.
It's great fun. It's great fun, and I hope to organise a debate with him anyway.
Yeah, once we get done with these introductions, I will be hunting Mr. Murphy down and choking the living crap out of him. Yeah. Next up, we have Jen Morgan.
I know where my mute button is.
Yay!
Hi, guys. Here I am, a temporary refugee from movie night. I don't have my own channel going, but I can be found on stage and streets and back alleys of Ivy League colleges in America.
Excellent. And on World Model Feud live streams quite often, right, Jen?
Sure. You caught me off guard on that one.
Yeah, but it's true, right? You know, we try to get Jen on a lot on World Model Feud because on World Model Feud we like a real hard-hitting, edgy attitude, and Jen's kind of has that. It's really good.
Oh, bite my taco.
And I heard you tell me a while back in the background, Jen, that you may start your own channel. Any news about that?
No, we're still working on funding to try to get a computer. It's hard to do it on $1,100 a month.
Yeah, don't I know right?
Yeah, yeah. A lot of us do.
Next up is Tatty Boggle.
Good evening. And first off, can I say it's not Tatty Boggle, it's Tatty Bogle.
Thank you.
Oh, is that because you speak with an accent?
No, it's because you fucking said his name wrong, you plum.
Well, want to tell everybody who you are and what you do on YouTube there, Mr. Tatty Bogle.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, first, I'd like to say, just keeping with the theme, a Tatty Bogle, for those that don't know, is a Scottish scarecrow. So there you go with that wee nugget. Basically, what I do on YouTube is I sit behind computers at ungodly hours of the morning, shouting and swearing and hitting buttons and just trying to make sure that everything runs smooth on these live streams and have a whale of a time doing it.
And you do a great job at it on the shills. And thank you so much for stepping up and working the dials and buttons for this stream.
My absolute pleasure.
And next up, because I occasionally have a problem with Teddy's accent, is Curie Mack, who I've invited on to be our resident translator.
Hi, good to be here. It's ungodly hours of the morning for me too, 3:15, but like we've already established, I'm on Canadian time at the moment pretty much, so.
We appreciate you people from the UK being so accommodating. My last couple of midnight streams were really bizarre. I wasn't able to get to bed till like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, so thank you for rescuing me from that.
No, I love it. I love it.
Great fun, man.
And everybody's favorite, last but not least, we have the drunk monkey, Jut.
Yo! Guess what? I'm fucking drunk!
Oh, God.
Firstly, I thought this
Let
was
him
a
off the fucking chain.
Well,
Let him
listen,
off the
right.
fucking chain.
You know what? This is 666 special, yeah?
Yep.
Why the fuck are you sat on exactly 700 subs?
Yay!
Wow.
Everybody.
Way to go.
Thank you,
thing,
everybody.
Mr. Sensible, where the fuck does your cheese come from, bruv? Do you wash?
Dude, Jesus Christ! I thought I went places nobody should go, but
Oh my God.
I can't see it.
Just
If
don't
you're
ask
gonna
him what he
drag a
does
drunk
with his
monkey
tail.
along to the party, you know it's gonna go fucking faulty.
yeah, what you have to do is watch where that tail goes, because God damn it, you don't know what's coming out. Oh.
No way, bro.
Well, thank you everybody for showing up, and I really appreciate it. And as we were preparing for this stream, we were all talking in the background about what kind of topic can we do. We didn't want to do flat Earth again. We decided, well, Halloween is fast approaching. 666. Apparently, I sold my soul to the devil, shilling for NASA for the last 7-ish months, and I've got drugged down to hell, as everybody can see. And you all are now my demon minions.
Can I just point something out? Can I just point something out? You've just said you're doing a Halloween special for 666 subs because you've been doing this for the past several months and now you're on 700 subs. There's a number in that somewhere. There's a conspiracy in that somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to have to ping here you see on Twitter and see what he's got to say about this. But
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna logical. I have to call the Mesa. I mean the NASA. I mean that guy we know, that contact we have, and see how that works out because I'm scared of the math right now.
Yeah, the numbers can be scary, especially when they have fangs. But what would it be when on a live stream on this channel when we have all so many shills present, plus so many friends of the shills, without some point and laugh? What do you guys think?
Fucking wicked!
Go for it.
Oh yeah, baby.
If there was no
Let's
point in
do
laugh,
this.
I was going to throw shit at you, mate. So,
Well, throw shit at the video.
yes.
So So our topic tonight is things that go bump in the night. So when I was a kid, I was told by the adults in my family that my grandmother's house was haunted. And I was scared to death to be in that house alone. If my grandfather chased me in from the yard and said, "Go get me a beer, boy," I would run in, run out so freaking fast, it would make your head spin. Now, here's the thing about hauntings. Just like with other things that you've heard me talk about, I can't completely shut the door on it and say, nah, it's all bullshit. Because, well, I can't go back in time and say, and create an experiment to actually test whether or not that stupid house was haunted. And it's not there.
Some people say these videos are real and others don't. All I know is that when I read the comments, even the skeptics couldn't explain what happened.
The video's playing.
Oh, what happened, Daddy? Oh, hold on, Daddy. There we go.
Hey,
there we
there
go.
we are.
We're back in action. We're back in action. Take it away, Logical.
But I am a logical troglodyte. And what I can do is look at things that people present to me today to say, here is evidence of ghosts and hauntings and other things that go bump in the night, and evaluate it with what I know today. With that in mind, here is our first video. Teddy, now we can take that away.
Excellent.
Now up to us to decide. Number 11. This video takes place somewhere in the South American country of Chile during the middle of a street race. A number of cars rush past and soon an animal randomly materializes without making so much as a sound. Watch again in slow motion, and it really does appear as though the dog steps out of an invisible portal. You can see its front half emerge first, followed by the torso and back legs. Then again...
Guy is saying. So while you play with that, we'll kind of keep the banner going as we always do when we have technical difficulties, and keep the show going.
You know, it's funny you saying about like way back, because I think like when you come up with this idea of this stream and that, and said, yeah, we've all got stories, and it is always about your spooky stories. They're always when you are a kid, aren't you? You know, you don't go like, oh, like last week I was in the toilet and I saw a ghost. You know what I mean? It is always like as a child, because you do believe in this shit when you're a kid, and you're easily spooked and.
Absolutely.
Or is that just monkeys?
Speak for yourself, maybe. The other night, I accidentally caught myself looking. I accidentally caught a look at myself in the mirror, and that scared the fucking shit out of me.
Well,
I always wondered, do monkeys have nightmares like we humans do?
No. I mean, we have fucking nightmares in real life. You know, like I'll tread on me tail. You know, spill me beer. That's a fucking nightmare and a half if I spill a beer.
I guess a dreaming nightmare for a monkey would actually be evolving into a human.
Absolutely.
Oh my god!
That's what I was thinking.
Don't be silly. I'd lose me tail.
I heard that all monkeys really want to be gorillas.
No, you heard wrong. Who told you that?
No, all gorillas want to be monkeys.
Amy, we haven't heard
Don't
from
have
you.
tails.
What do you think about this mess?
Oh my goodness, I'm not sure. I don't remember ever experiencing anything as a kid, but I do remember some of my friends saying that they experienced haunted houses and like that. So, but yeah, and sheeps don't have knives either, except for just about wolves. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I guess sheep shearing stations must drive you nuts.
Well, sometimes it's when you don't want a haircut is in the wintertime. In the summer, it's better.
When I was about 12 or 13, a group of friends of mine and I had a seance on a hot summer night. It was dark, by 9:30, 10 o'clock, and we all snuck out of our houses and went to a local park and had a seance with burning candles and all this stuff. And that pretty much sealed it for me that this is a bunch of hooey.
Gotcha.
It was just so fake.
Kind of like the Ouija boards.
Yeah, Ouija boards right up there.
Early Ouija board?
I done a Ouija board on my own.
It's interesting you talk about Ouija boards, because did you guys know that Ouija boards was actually first invented to be a psychological experiment?
Yeah, I heard that very recently.
I didn't know that.
Who did that then?
I don't remember the people who did it or exactly what year it was in. I remember reading about it years ago, but it was an experiment in what's known as groupthink. And but eventually it ran its course in experiments, and the toy companies picked it up, and the spiritualism of the late 1800s picked it up and started using it for their woo peddling.
Well, that explains a lot.
And now it's just a kid's game still, really. You know, I mean, it's young people get together and play it for laughs, spook each other out, and then play act. But then, like I said, you try it on your own, it doesn't work.
Yeah, and I'm amazed at how many people take that so seriously, though.
Right.
Adults.
Me and my friends, or I should say, my friends, I was in a band at school, and one of the guys had the idea of making a Ouija board during band practice. And of course, he cut it out of magazines and things, little bits of paper. And the first question he asked it was, is our band going to be successful? And it went to yes. And instantly we were like, Mark, come on now. We know it's you. Stop dicking around. But
Don't lie. You were like, yes! Oh, fucking brilliant. We're hugging each other. We're going to be rich.
Hell
we're
no.
gonna be rich.
That band was going nowhere, believe me. But it was fun. So.
Yeah, and Unpaid Shills in the chat just had a good point. The word Ouija comes from both French and German. Oui is yes in French. Ja is German for yes. So they just says yes, yes is what the name means.
Cool.
Interesting.
So am I to believe that Hasbro are the company that brought it into the public domain, so to speak? Does anybody know about that?
So.
Parker Brothers.
Right.
Parker Brothers.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
As a game, yeah.
I wonder if Parker Brothers had, if they were actually NASA shills.
Logical. It sounds like we're ready for some video action in the background now.
Okay, we'll give that a try in a second. Do we have anything going on in the chat that we need to know about?
Not that I can see so far. It's just there was a question that Babes asked about. She wonders if there are any ghost flirts.
That would be a nightmare.
And thought,
holy shit. Adding
yes,
insult to injury, right? Oh,
exactly.
man.
So do they appear flat?
Just a mist across the ground.
Exactly. And Thoughts by Jay Brown prefers the Magic 8 to a Ouija board.
Oh, good one. Good one. I like it.
Yeah.
God, those were fun.
They were.
Okay.
And for those that want to be kept in the loop, Thoughts by Jay Brown has been renamed. He is now J. Jonah Jameson, and that is that. So, yeah.
Peter Parker, I wonder.
Sorry, I had something to do. I got to go.
Okay. If you think you got the sound issue figured out, let's go ahead and try this one more time.
Some people say these videos are real and others don't. All I know is that when I read the comments, even the skeptics couldn't explain what happened. That means it's now up to us to decide. Number 11. This video takes place somewhere in the South American country of Chile during the middle of a street race. A number of cars rush past and soon an animal randomly materializes without making so much as a sound. Watch again in slow motion, and it really does appear as though the dog steps out of an invisible portal. You can see its front half emerge first, followed by the torso and back legs. Then again, the blurred edges around the dog's body does look like it could be made through editing. I am not an expert in video editing though by any means, so let me know if you think this is real or CGI and how you could tell the difference. Number 10. This live television news report catches a strange change in the reporter's face that has been causing a major online debate ever since. Watch their eyes closely or you might miss it.
Forces and protecting the population and minimizing civilian casualties have long been a cornerstone of the counterinsurgency doctrine.
Somehow the reporter's eyes change from dark brown to a much brighter color with completely white irises. Large dark rings appear under her eyes as well. A growing number of people claim this is a demonic possession. I think the most obvious answer is a simple...
Yeah, that looks awfully reminiscent of Stargate.
So who else here besides me actually thinks that she had eyes painted in makeup over her eyelids?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good possibility.
I think it was
just a camera glitch, I think.
Yeah, a camera glitch. So there was 2 shots of her eyes with the frames missing.
Yeah, the frame rate dropped for a few seconds there. That's all I think.
Yeah, so that's 2 logical possibilities, no pun intended.
I believe in the voiceover. He says the date of it, and it was pre-digital cameras.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
There's still a certain amount of frames per second, and if those aren't cut properly, surely.
Oh, and we are looking at a digital representation of what could be an analog footage that was originally taken. That doesn't mean there wasn't issues in the digitization of said analog footage. And that could very easily be the case here, right? Look at that. That was just, it almost looked to me like they were photoshopped in on purpose. Like that was, like Wes Craven is laughing right now, right? That was pretty rough.
Another possibility is that she is a lizard person.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
Yeah,
well, and
that's what I'm going for.
This stuff. If you're going to hand me something that says this is undebunkable, or I can't explain it, then you need to give me something I can't find a logical reason for.
Yeah.
Talking
Absolutely.
monkeys.
I mean, if you look at it, I think she's just tilting her head up a little bit just at the moment where she's blinking. And she's probably catching the light reflecting in her eye.
Yeah.
I think she was trying to catch that fly that buzzed by. I really think she was just looking for her supper. That's what's going on here.
Of course, if anybody was a Nierbrew idiot, they would say lizard person.
Yeah, absolutely. They jump all over that.
Reptilian.
Yeah. Oh, and I, for one, do not welcome our reptilian overlords. I'm sorry, but, at least come up with a better shtick. I'm not buying it. Walking, no.
Mate,
Sorry.
I'm from the
do
future.
better.
You might regret that decision.
But if we had reptilian overlords, I mean, come on, would we have to be eating flies and bugs and stuff? I'm sorry, but I'm rather partial to my steaks.
I'm not concerned about lizard people. I mean, we eat snake, we eat crocodile, we eat iguana. We can just eat them if they show up.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, what's that old song? What's that old song? I wish I was in Tijuana eating barbecued iguana. Yeah, anybody remember that? It was like 1982 new wave stuff. Oh shit, I'm dating myself really bad. No, I'm not. It was that bad. Hey, come on now. It was that bad. It was awful. I'll leave now with my tail between my legs. That's it. I'm gone.
No. God, Dick with the tail. That's a scary picture in my mind.
Isn't it, though?
It was monkey's tail. It wasn't mine.
So, shall we see what else we've got available on this stupid video?
Yeah, let's see.
But even after thousands of views since 2010, no skeptic has fully been able to specifically explain what caused the broadcast error. Until then, the skeptics can't fully explain this video. Number 9. This Colombian video from 2008 is apparently the last footage taken by 4 men that disappeared, found inside an abandoned car. The footage shows the men driving towards a strange person dressed in all white, possibly a wedding dress.
Arranca. No, despacio, hágale despacio. No, mierda, huevón, hágale despacio.
They slowly approach the person and attempt to drive around them, and that's where the video ends. What happens next is a complete mystery, since this was the only footage found. Skeptics have been unable to debunk this video or find the whereabouts of the disappeared men that were mentioned. It appears whoever was standing on the road that night will remain a mystery. Number 8. Lori Lee Craig and her husband have a bad feeling about a mysterious...
Look a little like Teddy.
Yeah, I was listening to the audio on my tablet while I had myself muted off. So this guy was saying that this ghost bride they saw, and then when they came around the block, all of a sudden she was gone.
Wow.
And the
probably
men
got a
who
lift
were in
from
the
the guy behind
car
her.
never were seen again.
Yeah.
Well, not everyone just
Oh,
stands
man.
there forever. Sometimes people do just walk off.
Now, when I used to live in St. Louis, out by what's known as Forest Park, out by the hospital out there on it's like a 4-lane divided road, there was this really big guy who was like 6'5", would dress in a wedding dress and just wave at the passerbys. So if somebody's willing to do that, I think somebody's willing to dress up and play a prank on somebody else in this video. I mean, come on, really?
Yeah, I don't know why that was so weird, because it could literally just be anyone. Somebody that's been to a fancy dress party, somebody that likes to dress up in that kind of stuff. I don't know.
You're reaching. You're going towards the whole furries thing and whatnot, where bronies get together and dress up as panda bears and hang out or whatever the hell that's going on. But
I think the person that's reaching is the person that says ghost straight away.
yeah.
I think the scariest thing about this video so far is the narrator's voice.
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it?
The scariest thing for me is the fact that I
haven't
can't
heard
see
it
or
yet.
hear anything, and that's quite spooky.
Yeah, the scariest thing for me is that I've seen a lot of his videos. My niece watched
Kerry, what have you been up to?
Just research, shall we say? Just research.
Yeah, but
I thought it was one of these computer-generated
I
ones.
No, this is him.
He is real, is he?
Yes, he's real.
Unbelievable.
He says in some of his videos, I get lots of comments about my voice, and some of you really love it. And
who?
Yeah. Well, he does get lots of comments about his voice. They're like, "Oh my god, this is so cool! This is so unusual! Keep it up!" And it's like,
ouch.
I know. No, it doesn't bother me that much. Like I said, I'm not subbed to him, honest.
When I listen to that guy, it makes me want to go out into the bush and find ground squirrels and kick them just for fun. Like, it's just horrible. Jesus Christ.
It does grate on you. It really does grate on you.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never kick a squirrel. I like squirrels. They got tails.
Amy and Kerry, is there anything going on in the chat that we might want to talk about or know about?
There was a couple things. This one Backtard said the video was literally nothing, and then there, Orange says, was there any footage before the woman in white appears, and why have a camera running in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
And then Thoughts by Jay Brown says, whoever picked this video owes me a helmet to protect my brains.
Glober Mum says as well, so if the men in the car were missing, where did the video come from and who did they tell? So, I mean...
Good one.
Right? Oh, ding dong.
There was nothing left but the video camera. Oh my God.
Yeah.
How horrible.
That's a film, surely, somewhere.
Let's get it through another one of these little clips. Daddy, go ahead and play the next clip and pause it when that number is over with.
It's on their wall that neither one of them can explain.
Okay, because it's like you can't see it, and then suddenly it's there. And there's no way.
As you can hear in the background, their child has been crying all day, but there's nothing normal about this behavior at all. Listen for yourself.
Stairs. Can you move up a little bit? So even if you stood on the stairs, because there's the handprint, you can't reach it.
The two worried parents walk around the house to see if they can find what's wrong. That's when they notice this strange handprint above their child in an impossible to reach corner of the stairway.
This thing is 6 feet above the stairway.
I wasn't sure what to make of this video until I kept hearing the shrieks of this poor little girl. No skeptic can explain these cries of pure terror. It sounds like the spirit is still in front of her doing who knows what.
Fingerprint the guy and see what's happening.
The moral of the story is make sure your children bathe more often and you wouldn't have mysterious handprints around your fucking house. Like, holy shit.
I think the moral of the story is put the damn camera down if your child is screaming and attend to it, please.
My first thought.
Right. Come on, you've got a crying child that sounds like it's in some pain or something. I don't know. Go give it a fucking hug, please.
I know. Oh, my child is in pain and distress. Quick, where's the camera?
Exactly.
Yeah, and you think these idiots never heard of a ladder before?
Yeah, no kidding. I was just gonna say maybe the painter slipped and he fucking put his hand on the wall to stop from falling.
Yeah, he decided that dying wasn't a very good idea that day, so he braced himself instead, right?
And I have a couple good comments here too. And in fact, I said the handprint was made by the painter, and then to Victory said it's Spider Pig's fault.
It's Spider-Man's fault. Yeah, there you go.
Tom Holland, I'm calling you out right now. What the hell are you doing, buddy? Seriously, don't be leaving that shit laying around. At least cover your tracks. Come on, we have a show to do. You can't be fucking with us, man.
Yeah, in Flight Path, he says, I can't stand that narrator's voice. It's like a constant question being asked.
That's a good one.
So much better than I do. So much better.
I think we should all talk that way for the rest of the night. Don't you?
No, my ears will start fucking bleeding.
How to kill Troglodyte's channel.
Join in, Anti-Flatter. This is fun.
If everybody talked like we had no idea what we really had to say and it was all just one big question, oh my God, did I just do that? Please, somebody, give me the virtual slap across the face over the fucking, the seas and the oceans and the land. Oh, man.
Well,
have another beer, Dick.
Yeah, you're gonna need something stronger than a beer. Fucking, like, I'd crack the fucking spirits open, mate.
What sort of vodka?
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit. Who let Yuri out?
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting out of control now. We got Annie Cutter and Yuri. Who's next?
We have a buzzword for Yuri to appear. We need a safe word to make him go away.
You know what, guys? Taddy's been really good about doing the bells and whistles on the channel so far, but he hasn't had his 2 cents worth in. Taddy, what you got on this silly pillow so far?
On this guy, oh Jesus, I tell you what, man, his voice is just the most boringly put thing in this world. It would drive you to drink if you weren't there already.
I was just going to say that.
And that's coming from a Scotsman, so, oh my God.
Ooh. It's a short drive.
Yeah. So, okay, well, I know we're already, 40 minutes into this stream. Why don't we play 1 or 2 more clips of this video and just move the freaking on?
Absolutely.
40 minutes already. Christ, doesn't time fly when you're having fun?
It do.
Yeah.
This is lucky number 7 coming up.
This clip was supposedly taken from live television after a spat of bad weather left these neighborhood homes destroyed. Among the wreckage, you can see a man in a green shirt turn towards the ruins of his house and then fade away.
Hopefully, they either were in a safe spot or away from their homes, and they have this to clean up.
If this video really was taken from a live television broadcast, then there should have been no way for this to happen. I really wish we could have seen this person's full room to provide that they were recording their screen live. Number 6. This video is said to originate from within the woods of Conclaim, Canada. A group of workers are filming an outdoor job site when a gigantic unseen threat rocks them from above. I guess I'm a bit skeptical here, because the birds continue to chirp during and after the noise. I would think that a scream loud enough to shake the camera would send all nearby birds flying away because of the intense vibrations. Still, the scream sounds like it's real and coming from all over. If it was a fake, then it wouldn't make sense to have such good sound editing equipment while using a low-resolution camera. The comments section of this video proposes everything from aliens to lost souls, but if this is an amateur production, then even the skeptics have yet to show an original source. Number 5. Behind this bed, there used to be a door. Look closely to the left.
That
Oh,
sound was,
oh my god.
that sound was
What
Brady
a boring
Beavers.
shithead.
Yeah, Jen, go ahead.
That screaming sound is Brainy Beaver's entry video.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's a video with
I
the
love
guy in
Beaver.
the
He's
green.
so good.
That video with the guy in the green disappearing. Funnily enough, exactly the time he faded out. If you look at the top of the building, up where it's the sky, it jumped just at the same moment. Strange that.
I don't think it was a guy in green. I think it was
Good
a tree.
catch.
Yeah, and me
Okay.
and Dick and several people on this panel have dealt with green screen and blue screen in our own videos. We kind of know how that works.
Yeah. Oh, dude, do we ever? Like, I live on that shit when it comes to what I do, right? When it comes to videos. And I recognize a little frame jump. Like, when you put assets together and one is 24 frames per second, one is 29.976 frames per second, one is 50 frames per second, one is 60 frames per second, you always see those telltale signs.
Except again, this is old analog stuff. I don't know if you guys worked analog, but I worked analog back in the 60s.
Oh,
and when you did,
that
and when
makes
you
it
did
even
a
harder.
splice, when you did a splice then, assuming that you had match frame between the two, you always fade the first one on top of the second one. And
Yeah.
that's what happened. The guy faded out.
Yeah, good point. Good point, Jen. Very good point.
Yeah, and that
Very good.
snapping fade is tough to do without any little jump in the rest of the video.
Exactly. That's why you do the fade.
Oh,
You do-
yeah.
and you do the same with audio. You always fade in audio.
Yeah, especially in audio, because in video you have the pull down, which can save your ass. But in audio, if you have a different sample rate or bit rate or something, oh, you're fucked. You're fucked right
Oh, yeah.
there. And you always
time.
get a jump, right, Jeff? Right? Come on.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So I'm thinking maybe at this point we ought to leave it up to the audience. Do they want to see more of this 11 things that we cannot say anything about, or do they just want us to move on? 1 for sticking with this video, 2 for moving on.
Let's move
register your votes now. Everybody in the audience, hit those buttons. And while they're doing that, let's go ahead and keep up, talking about whatever the heck it is that we're seeing.
I would like to thank the audience for interacting with us in this manner, because we literally exist doing this live stuff to make sure that the viewers are digging our action, right? Logical. And as such, this is exactly where it should go, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm seeing a little bit of a split decision here.
Yeah, a bit of a toss-up between 1 and 2.
It
All
does
right,
look
well-
like a toss-up.
Okay,
Well,
I'm going
in
to call
that
this
case-
a toss-up.
Yeah. I say you play a little bit more and see where it leads.
Yeah,
Okay, let's do one more.
and you'll see the outline where it was painted over. There's just one problem. Apparently something on the other side doesn't understand that this is no longer a passageway. The knocking sounds polite yet urgent, definitely human. It really does sound like someone who believes that they belong in this room and expects to be let in at any moment. It seems like her problem is not going to go away on its own anytime soon. I really wouldn't want to see what's inside of that wall, but it might be the only way to end the problem for good, or maybe make it way worse. Number 4. A YouTuber named Gothboy Prince is playing with a Ouija board that refuses to cooperate with the camera. Apparently the pointer moves on its own, but only when he's not recording.
Holy fuck! How can
I can
anybody
understand.
sit there that long and take this fucking shit? Did you?
I can understand.
I can't fucking deal with the
Jeff.
accent, man.
I can understand.
You're an educator. If one of your students came at you and talked like that, what would you say?
I'd send him to fucking language school and learn some diction.
Holy fuck! I almost lost my shit. Are you kidding me? Logical, what the fuck are you doing to us, man? Jesus.
I'm sorry, man. I tried to stop this video before the dick exploded, but it went everywhere. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Sort of.
I can understand why unpaid shills in the chat wants to punch this guy.
It's nice to know that our group.
I can too.
It's nice to know that our group dick can ejaculate so well.
You had to,
Yeah,
right, Jen?
really fucking went off there, bro. Exploded, so to speak. You're fat, bro.
Oh my god, that almost hurt, man. Like, holy
It did
fuck.
hurt, man.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but this is mine right now. Please, for the love of reality, everybody in the chat, vote us on to the next video before I fucking explode, please.
Yeah,
I say we do one more.
Yeah, just to taunt you.
Yeah, just one more.
They hate
Okay.
me.
Sorry, mate. You know we all love playing with Dick.
Yeah. All right. One more, and then we move on. Taddy, one more clip, and then we move on. Pause it when that clip's over, because we don't need another dick explosion.
Hello?
Knocking on the Ouija board isn't the only way he shows disrespect. He tries to badmouth a spirit into moving the pointer on camera for proof.
I think you're a coward. That's what I think it is. I think you're nothing but a coward.
Less than 10 seconds later, he gets a silent reply.
It's moving.
At one point, Gothboy Prince hears a noise and looks up. You can see that he's sitting in bed with the Ouija board on his lap. There's absolutely no room for anyone to be controlling the pointer with a magnet from underneath, so that explanation is out. You can also see that he is alone and no one is in front of him pulling a string. As if all of this weren't already bizarre enough.
You see this?
The pointer moves too frequently and in too many different directions to be done with a string, which by the way would be
Servicemen in the audience, would somebody please load a weapon and take this man out? Oh, shit, what the hell?
Can anybody say that?
That is absolute torture, man. A cracking pick for a Halo 666 special, by the way, because that was hell.
Oh, God.
Fucking oath, Tatty.
Oh, the day that this man dies, I will bury him with a shovel and bury the shovel, because that will never be good again. What the fuck am I listening to? I'm gonna die.
hell is all about the torture of damned souls. So here we are, and there it is.
Get in there.
Oh, you're a mean taskmaster.
Oh, all I can think of is Bill and Ted. Put them in the Iron Maiden. Excellent. Execute them. Oh, yes.
And then we are gonna rock. And we are gonna roll.
Stevie, it's your video. It's you.
No, it's not me. It's not
You
me.
did it so well, Stephen. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Fuck, I would rather listen to Phuket Word than this shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's saying something.
Let's move on to the next one. I thought we were going to have a nice, calm discussion about why this guy is wrong, and we just go exploding all over the fucking place. It's like, what the hell was I thinking?
This is called hell. This is the burning point of hell.
That video was like Viagra for me. I just went right off on full hardcore attack.
Well, I hope this video doesn't
man.
last more than 4 hours.
Oh, God.
4 hours.
What have we got going on in the chat? Anybody know?
Suicide.
Yes, actually, that too.
Geez, sensible. Throw some cheese at him.
Where's that cheese coming from?
Okay, let Amy read some of the thingies.
Will you all shut the fuck up and give Amy the floor? There you go.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Fact said just one more. I want to see explain dick, and then there's
Oh.
and then
Don't go
Mr.
there,
Victor's-
fact guard.
Exactly. Great. Now I want to watch Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And can you this guy on Oakley's debate? Glober Mom says, talk about Oakley getting triggered.
Oh God,
And
yeah.
then, yeah, really. And then Unpaid Shill says, I would rather shave my balls with a cheese grater than listen to one of his videos.
Sorry, I didn't just hear someone say Oakley and triggered in the same sentence, did I? Is that possible?
Demonstrate air pressure without a container.
It's starting again.
You know who I haven't heard from in a bit is Mr. Sensible.
I'm here. I'm here.
Get in here, buddy. Come on, man.
I am. I'm trying to stay awake, man. It's his dulcet tones.
Stay awake.
It's his dulcet tones. They're sending me to sleep. They're sending me to sleep.
Okay. I would like to debunk this Ouija board.
Go ahead.
Very easily. We never see the edges of the board. The guy had a magnet on a stick. Okay? And he was moving the Ouija puck around with the magnet on a stick from underneath. Big deal. It's so bogus. I can't believe that somebody would actually pretend this is real.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, but you know, I had to do this video because I seen them say skeptics can't explain, and you are talking to the wrong crowd.
I would like to point out that Jen Morgan said stick twice without making a dick joke. I think that was very, very well done.
I'm a professional. Dick.
Oh, I know how to step in it. I tell you.
Hey, I just saw Unpaid Chill say, "Let me in. I'll stir shit up." Well, you're on, man. The next time I get a live special, I'm definitely gonna reach out and see if Unpaid Chills will be on the show.
Did you say reach around and make sure he's going to be there?
I said reach out.
Happen?
Yeah. I'm gonna
keep it clean, will ya? Jesus. What are you doing, man?
You did say that I've heard unpaid shills on Jose JG Gonzalez's channel, and he is awesome. So yes, he'd be a good addition to the channel. So he's cool. I'm gonna shout him out.
Oh,
right.
Roll,
reach out
roll
to
the
that Discord
unpaid
there, unpaid
shills. See, we're the shills, and we're paid shills, but we don't get paid either. So we're all unpaid shills.
Yeah.
Oh, and it looks like we gave Glober Mom a source for a new debunk. Great.
Nice.
You know, if we're inspiring other creators, absolutely, because that's what shills do.
Fucking right. And they
on,
don't
you go
get
for it,
paid.
Mom.
We don't get paid.
So
Yeah. Give her
no,
lunch.
we don't. Yeah, so I was thinking, well, does anybody last chance for the last word on this particular video, and then we'll move on to video number 2. Going once.
Let's just on.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
Good enough for me.
yeah. Hang on a minute. No, you're all right. Move on.
Logical. It's not by the same guy, is it?
No.
I want to say one last word on this guy. You slime sucking absolute growth on the edge of the rectum of humanity. How dare you preach this nasty crap and think you're going to get away with it? The shills are onto you and you're fucked. So step aside and literally just wipe it off because we don't want to hear it.
See, you were wrong when you said the end of the rectum. They have dribbled off the rectum, gone down the toilet, and they are halfway down the sewers, mate.
Well, moving on, as Strike used to say, let's get into video number 2, Teddy.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So you're probably wondering, what is a Dybbuk box? Apparently these are boxes with demon spirits trapped inside them, sealed with candle wax, and they're being sold on eBay. Now, what are the chances that these things are real? Probably slim to none. I tried talking Bree into joining this video with me, and if you're familiar with my channel or you've seen our dark web mystery box video, you know how she felt about being there in that situation. So you
pause.
Yeah, whoa.
Mystery what?
Dark web mystery boxes are total horseshit. These people.
The only dark web mystery box this guy knows is the one that's surrounded by cobwebs, because let's face it, that is a mystery box nobody should have entered, buddy. Holy fuck, you got balls. Oh, that's nasty. This guy is sick. What the hell is he?
Do you notice how he blazed past that part with, chances are slim to none that it's real, but moving on, I'm going to make a whole video on this anyway.
Yeah. It's like, talk about the setup.
All right, let's presume for a moment that demonic spirits are actually real. Personally, I don't buy it, but let's just assume that it is. Why in the fuck would candle wax make a difference to the damn thing?
Yeah. Everyone knows candle wax is the most powerful substance in the world.
Wow.
Well, is it candle wax from a specific color of candle with a specific magical purpose, perhaps?
Well, how about if I like rolled out the earwax from my ears and rolled it up and flicked that? Has that got any sort of superpower?
Well, it might. I don't know. It is from a monkey, so we might have to test that theory.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a go.
You never know.
Honestly, don't mind giving you some manhandle wax, Logical. I know that you like it.
Oh, God. What's going on in the chat, Amy?
Let's look and see here. We've got I've seen this guy, Mr. Victory says. He's full of crap.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, exactly. It's a box with wax on it. So scary. Wax freaks out my nipples. She'll said. Your pal asked I'm getting dick for Christmas. It is the magic ritual that's done inside.
Oh, note to self: do not be drinking beer when Amy's reading comments. I just have beer up my nose.
Ouch.
Well, Amy was talking about nipples. I mean, talking of nipples, I was just rubbing my nipple with my tail.
Hey, Dick. Carrie, what do you got to say about this thus far?
This box. Well, I feel like somebody said something here. I feel like maybe a long time ago these were things that people got really freaked out by, but the fact that you can buy one on eBay, I highly doubt that. I mean, I might go into that line of work because I need to make a few extra bucks. So,
What, selling your box?
Right.
You keep that hot wax away from my box.
Oh,
this channel will never be monetized.
Oh man, that just came out of left field, man.
I'm sorry, but no spooky action has ever come from a box that was monetized that was labeled Parker Brothers. It's just not happening.
yeah, well,
Unpaid is Shoebox Demon. Sounds like a great name for a metal band.
Well, let's see what else
Yeah,
this
it
twat
does.
waffle has to. Let's see what else this twat waffle has to say, and when we come
please.
back, I'm going to give Mr. Sensible first crack at it.
Okay.
She didn't want anything to do with me checking out a demon box being sold on the internet. All right, first things first. What would a scary video be without the head cam? Let's light this candle. Now the mood is set to be nice and spooky for you guys. I'm pretty sure this is fake, but there's always that what if in the back of your mind. What if there really was a spirit captured and I have it sitting in my house right now? I also received a little letter inside the package, so let me read this to you guys so you can get the full understanding of what happens when you order one of these items. Dear buyer, thank you for your purchase. This Dybbuk box was put together by a practicing witch of the black arts. Please be warned that tampering with a Dybbuk box can result in demonic attachment, so I highly recommend if you are buying this item, you are adding it to your collection and not tampering with it. People who have opened Dybbuk boxes in the past have had results affecting their personal lives in many negative ways. Please...
Yeah, just I want a shelf covered in candle wax covered bloody wooden boxes made by some tard in the back end of Beyond. What the hell do you collect those for?
I'm gonna spend $100 on a box and not open it. Fuck you.
Effectively, that
I
letter
mean,
says
I
there's a
thought like spirits and that could just go through things anyway. Why keep it in a box? What difference does it make?
Well, it's got candle wax on it, Chuck. It's sorted now.
And what fucking idiot is gonna kill me, man? I'm laughing so fucking hard.
And what the letter really said was, here's a big red button. Don't push it.
Yes.
Yeah. What's the first thing you're gonna do? Fucking push it.
You know, I was.
Oh,
This makes me think, though. Yeah, we had my mother cremated, and she was really a bitch. I'm thinking I should go after her urn with some wax.
Sell
Unpaid
It's
bills.
cash.
Guys, in
It's
the
a
chat.
little for a Brazilian at this point, isn't it?
Here, Kiri Mac needs in. Let's turn it over here, buddy.
Unpaid bills in the chat said, I'd poke a hole in the side of that box and give it a right good damn humping first.
Oh, God. So now we have a community strike to go with my never being monetized. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, as soon as you open a box, you get a puff of smoke and you see the demon having a cigarette going, I needed that.
And you're thinking to yourself, this is not the Friday night I wanted. Holy fuck.
For you. This is making me think, I got that, I made a little channel for the illogical troglodyte character that was in one of my videos, actually 2 of my videos. And I'm thinking, God, I'll bet you if I started putting content on that channel, conspiracy content, it would outstrip this channel so friggin' fast. I mean, people are going to believe any bullshit that comes along.
Oh, man.
I was just thinking though, what the hell do practicing black art witches, what the hell are they doing? Just making boxes for some bloke to flog on eBay? They got nothing better. I mean, surely they should be busy doing curses and stuff. Not making bloody boxes.
Witches got to eat too.
Those are just practicing witches. They haven't got it right yet.
That's right. You freaking amateurs.
God's sake, you have to know which box to work on. What the hell is wrong with you?
Well, why don't we see what else
if
is
I had
going
a
to
box
happen?
with an evil, if I had a box with an evil spirit in it, I would at least go to the Republican National Convention and open it there, so it doesn't feel lonely.
Well, why don't we actually see what, if anything, happens when he opens his box? Because he's going to.
Oh, you know it.
You sure?
Okay.
It'd be pretty shit if he doesn't open it after all this.
Oh, it'd be stupid. Bang my head against.
Yeah, very cool.
Boxes are not toys. They contain evil, dark, and dangerous energies to have around you, your household, or life. Even bringing it into your home can cause unexpected activity, occurrences, and attachments, so please handle these items appropriately. It is unknown what spirit or demon was trapped at the time of the ceremony, so please take this letter seriously. Please do not open. From the Hunter of Souls. Ooh. Alright, so here's what's gonna happen. So the first thing that I'm gonna test out this box with is a EMF detector. This is a ghost meter, but it actually does detect electromagnetic frequencies, electromagnetic fields. So I've tested this out. It works on the light switches on the wall. It works on like plug outlets. This thing will pick up electromagnetic energies, and if you're holding it in the air, if it starts beeping while it's in the air, it's said to say that there is some kind of electro energy around you, and that's what's making it beep. Alright guys, so this is actually my first time trying any of these tests on the box. I wanted to include you guys and do it at the same time with you. So let's give this a shot. Let's see if it picks up any kind of electromagnetic readings out of this box. So here we go. The meter is now at 0 on the EMF reader, and I am going to scan around the box. And if it starts beeping, that means that it's picking up some kind of electromagnetic energy. Nothing so far like I assumed. It's pretty much just a box.
Got to pause it. Oh my God!
This is too much.
Why I have yet to figure out why these paranormal activity type people want to always use these stud finders and EMF readers, and where does this come from? And he just said it's said to be said, and I'm like, well, that doesn't make it fucking true.
I mean, what did you expect? What, you open the box and all of a sudden after you've opened the box you just get like
This is the kind of guy who takes a stud finder into a sex shop to make sure he brings something home worthy of the wife. That's what's going on.
Dick, you bring that up. I have to answer somebody in the chat. Unpaid Shills says it's a demonic fleshlight. My OBGYN has a demonic fleshlight, but he calls it a speculum.
Did you say flashlight or fleshlight?
Kind of both.
I'm in a box.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sensible, we went there. It's been done.
Yeah, I'm going to buy this if when he opens this, a big green hairy hand comes out and slams the lid shut and says, "It's cold, you're letting in the draft, close the fucking door." But barring that, I'm not going to buy it.
Oh my God, this is amazing. I am so sore right now. Like I'm literally keeled over in my chair laughing. You can't make this shit up. These guys are amazing. I love these people.
Sounds like the dick's starting to go limp.
I am sorry.
Hang on, I missed the lurker. He snuck in there. Would you say, any Flatter?
Oh no, I was just commenting about how Dick sounds like he's going limp now.
Okay.
Oh, you bring it, you little bitch. You bring it.
Don't make me stop this bus and pull over now.
Yeah, speaking of this bust, why don't we see what this guy has last to say there, Logic? Are we going to play it out?
Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to see this one to the end.
So that's pretty interesting. This thing is very accurate, and I am a little bit nervous right now because it's reacting to this box. Right there. Right there. It's like dead center in the box. And the thing that's really like creeping me out is when I move the box away, it stops detecting it. So I know it's not like any of my camera equipment or anything. Check this out. Stopped. And when I put the box closer, there it is again. So that means either there's some kind of electric current inside of here or some kind of technology that could be making this beep, or B, there is actually some kind of energy. Well, there's definitely an energy coming from this box. Oh, and you know what? Let me show you guys like underneath the table so you don't think there's like something stuck to the bottom of the table. That's why I got this thing on, so I can let you guys see what I see. So test 1 out of 2 so far gave me some kind of result. That doesn't mean...
What the hell is wrong with this guy? Holy, man. I think we just had somebody admit to being the jerk-off king of the internet. Is that what I just saw?
Yes, I think you did, because what's that under his table? What's that black fabric stuff there?
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't this like the magician with the floating woman trick where he puts the hoop around her to prove that there's no wires and shit? It's the same goddamn trick. Did you notice how thick that table was? And like you say, there's that black whatever covering up the, those tables are hollow.
Yeah, this guy is just a spooge peddler, and literally he's trying to wear it on his face like the fucking camera. That's what's going on. Mr. Sensible, you got something, right?
What's that?
Oh, come on, tear into this guy for it. Come on, I mean, what are you doing?
It's just, what am I doing? I can't tell you. I mean, this guy, it's just total con job. As has been said, it's just a stud meter. It's just bullshit. And you notice all the time that he was doing it, or for most of the time he was doing it, he was holding the meter, which enables him to press the bloody test button. I don't know.
Point.
Yeah, it's just rubbish. I want the guy with a manky voice back.
Yeah.
It's a Dybbuk box. Is there a spirit inside the box?
No, do what you plum.
Yep. Say that again.
That again.
He's recording.
Did again.
Guys, guess what I just downloaded? Nope, actually, I'm just going to cut that
You're
off.
not supposed to be on Pornhub.
No!
Fucking hell, Kiri. We told you about this before.
I need to think before I speak, but I just downloaded an EVP meter. So let's see if there's any ghosts in this room. If they talk, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Well, I've got a ghost.
Huh?
See, we're in hell. I've got a ghost.
Of course, yeah. So let's see
There's
what
no
happens.
ghosts in hell. There's demons. We ought to know we are them at the moment.
It will tell me when there's an entity present, and if that happens, I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be sure to get out of
Amy,
that
is there
room,
anything
though.
going on in the chat?
There is Purple Rhymes with Orange did say that not at all suspicious that there is a jump when he looks under the tape. And I have to agree. And somebody else shows us underside after a cut. So he edited the video before, right at the time that he's able to show that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember how many views this particular video got before I downloaded it for this show, but it was quite a few. And I'm wondering what percentage of people is like, "Oh wow, dude, that's so scary."
Yeah, I know.
He could attract a whole herd of bell cows.
No.
No.
Get the sheep out of here. Cows, sorry.
And then Unpaged Jill said, I have your spooky entity pants.
Ooh.
Well,
Daddy?
I'm going to hang from a tree and I need a wee.
Oh. Just don't do it while you're hanging upside down.
Yeah, I do, right? And then what I do is I swing from side to side.
And you try.
Wear my glass.
Wear my glass.
Oh, is Dave in here? Is that literally Dave?
Allegedly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
You use your own brain, Dick. You got a perfectly good one of your own. You don't need mine.
That was funny. That was good.
Well, let's see what else bullshit this guy's got.
Okay.
Box doesn't mean that there's a spirit in there. It could, but as of this moment right now, I'm just going to assume that there's something in the box that would be triggering the EMF. I'm very curious as to what is in the box now. I'm not 100% as to whether or not I'm going to open it. I'm going to try the next test out. More than likely, I'll probably open it because I really don't believe there's anything that's going to haunt me from inside this box. That's just me. But I do want to know what's making the EMF detector go off. So, all right, next up, we're going to try the good old spirit box for a moment here. Hopefully you guys can see on the overhead view what's going on. Just turn this guy on. Are you angry that you've been locked inside this box for so long? I heard something right there. If this is a spirit trying to communicate, do you want to hurt people? That was pretty clear. I heard some whispering. I'm definitely going to have to analyze that in the post-editing and see what those whispers were saying. But I did ask it, if this is a spirit, do you have intentions of harming anyone? And I heard a pretty clear yes. Obviously, when I edit, I'll play it back a couple times to see if we could hear it a little bit more clear. Okay. So now the big question is, what is inside this box? these radio frequencies, they're not really that accurate.
Oh my God!
Unbelievable! It's
You
like
might
a ghost
actually be able to-
walkie-talkie.
I hope they sent him a turd in that box. For $50, whatever it was.
Apparently, Mr. Sensible's not the only one that works with cheese, because I'm smelling Limburger right about now.
Oh, Jillian. They might as well just play a record backwards.
Carrie, what did he say?
He said you might as well just play a record backwards.
Yeah.
Yes, what? Yes, squid.
Yeah, you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
I mean,
Oh my God! Oh, and that what the hell was that little so-called tool that he was using? For Christ's sake, it sounded like an epileptic squirrel in a box.
I know.
That was the most amazing thing. I haven't seen flirtical masturbation like that in a long time. Like, that seriously really took it to a new level of stupid. That was amazing. That was unbelievable. I want to give the guy like some kind of prize. I mean, it's not going to be a good one, but I really do want to.
Do you know what would have been fantastic when he had his sensor there to pick it up? If it said, "Hello, Dybbuk box researchers, debaters, and debunker."
I would have laughed if the box. I would have laughed if the box came out with, "You're listening to 98.1 FM."
Just to give everybody a heads up, I'm actually going to be doing a New Year's Eve party live on the show if I can round up some panel members.
I see. This will still be going on.
There is an award that this channel gives out. It's called the Golden Anus Award, and at this point, I'm not sure if a Flurp is going to win it.
Get in there. Can I win it?
Yeah, I agree. I'm there, man.
It is getting to the point where the stupid that is coming from the fringes, not just the regular flurfs and those that flurf, right? But the from the fringes is getting out of control right now. It is unbelievable. Like, you remember when? Do you remember Logic when CC from Rochester, New York, or wherever that fucking moron is from?
Oh yeah.
Was like out there and crazy, and then In Rem came in and introduced the whole world to heroin addiction styled conspiratarded.
Yes.
Right? But now we have entered the age of that guy and compasses literally being stuffed up his ass, and he has no idea still what's going on. We are at a level of stupid that is unbelievable right now, and they may not be the biggest members of the stupid community, but wow, are they trying, and they're trying hard.
Oh yes, stupid is reaching critical mass. It's amazing.
This guy cannot win that because he is not dumb. How many subs does this guy have? I'll bet in hundreds of thousands.
Well, the Golden Anus Award isn't just for somebody that's dumb. It's actually for me. It's about peddling woo. How well you do it, how much you believe or don't believe in it, and actually I'm kind of leaning more to the don't believe for the Golden Anus Award, and how well you peddle it, and how you really wrap people into your bullshit.
I look at it this way. To me, it's all about the video from Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney. Say. You're either peddling snake oil or you're not. What is it going to be? Step up. Right? That's what it is.
Yeah, there's no in between, is there? There's no in between. You either, like you said, it's either one or the other. You're either full of total fucking wank like this, or, you're not.
Yeah. Amy, anything going on in the chat?
Actually, yeah, a couple little things in here. And one, when he opens the box, on page Chill says, in tonight's news, there's a bad traffic jam between the east side of Loop 8 I-30. And then there was...
like it.
Yes, because it's like the radio. They want space pizza and intergalactic dragons with it in the box.
Is there pineapple
And
on that
that's-
space pizza?
There you go.
There's got to be, since we're in hell at the moment.
Exactly. Confused demons for confused people. So, yeah.
Oh. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I am dying to find out what's really in that box. Shall we move forward?
Okay, man. Let's do
I'm
it.
worried we might
All right.
not. They just won't
Can we
show
choose
us.
another box? Can we, that old game show? You choose a different box.
You got a good point. Why doesn't it have to be that box?
Where it's going to say, okay, so if you want to know what's in the box, send $29.99.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's move forward because I really want to see this.
When we were in the Penhurst Asylum doing it, but it's just scanning through radio stations. It's not supposed to pick up any radio stations, but there was definitely a lot of voices coming through on it just now. So I'm not really going to take that as like, okay, that means that something here is trying to communicate. But there's definitely something in here. Can you guys hear that? Alright guys, I can't take it anymore. I need to know why this thing is beeping when it's next to the box. I'm gonna crack this box open right now, and we're gonna take a look inside together and see what is making this thing beep. There's gotta be some kind of technology in here. Hopefully it's not a bomb. Cutting the wax right now. Okay, the wax is broken. And it smells really bad. Why do all these boxes that I open gotta smell like shit? There's a crystal in here. Is this what was making it beep? No? Why'd you stop beeping? Alright, so this thing is not beeping anymore. What the fuck?
Pause. Oh my God!
Didn't
Are
it come
you
with any
serious?
lube?
You paid $25 for a rock?
Yeah.
I could get one of those out of my backyard.
Oh my God!
You see a rock, I see a tool.
Yeah, he's a massive fucking tool. He's one of the biggest tools I've seen this evening, to be honest with you. And I've seen a few tools this evening.
And did you guys
Oh my
see
God.
that the red lights behind him all of a sudden started raising in intensity? Has his audience never heard of a fucking dimmer switch?
Yeah, no kidding,
Oh.
man. Those RGB strips run on a remote control, for fuck's sake.
Oh my God, but it had to be the demon.
Oh man, that was the biggest demonstration of reasons I have seen in a long time. That was amazing. Oh my God, I give them a lot of credit. Not for being smart, but I give them a lot of credit. Oh, and thank God they're food for our cannons. Wow, that was amazing.
Oh, man.
Oh, but there's
God.
actually, believe it or not, a part 2 of this. But we're not going to play it for you tonight in the audience. Please do not worry about that. I will not torture you quite that much, but the torture will continue eventually.
Wow. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What's going on in the chat, Amy?
We've got, the demon escaped. He paid for a demonic London fog. And he could have, your pal Al says he could have asked Charlie Brown on November 1st for a rock. And there was a good one, too, about the dancing witch farted into the box, make things seem more creepy.
Uh,
Roger Rabbit says 3 cheers for the demon.
Hip hip.
Yeah, hip hip, hooray!
Hip hip.
Exactly.
Hooray!
And Terry Davies
Hip,
has
hip.
the question: which is more dense, the rock or the person?
I'd say it's pretty even split.
Yeah, I'd say the person because he actually spent money on this.
Oh, that's a good one.
I tell you what, I mean, like, he could have gone out and found those rocks or shit or anything like that, box, all that stuff's lying around, but I bet he did actually go and fucking pay for it. Like a complete idiot.
I'll give him kudos for building a suspense, though.
Oh, Christ,
Oh, no
yeah.
kidding, man.
Oh yeah,
I
he's
mean,
definitely good at what he does.
I'm waiting. I mean, the fact that you said there's part 2, I'm surprised there isn't like a whole series, and we'll finally fucking get to the end of the series, and he'll open the fucking thing.
Yeah, somebody that's got a split screen, pop over to this cat's channel and see how many subs he's got. And,
He has
'cause I really wanna know.
756,000 subs.
Oh my
What
god!
the fuck?
He's
For
making
the
a
love
mint
of
off
God.
of this shit. He's
Unbelievable.
brilliant.
It's
Oh
horrible.
my God. I mean, think about it. Think about it.
Back in a second.
What he's saying right now is just as much a convincing argument for, I don't know, Atlantis as it is for fucking herpes. For God's sakes, man. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, herpes sucks as well.
Is that the voice of personal experience? Do I want to know?
Yeah, my mum gave me herpes.
Oh, for fuck's
Oh God!
You guys, this video has gotten 8,389,873 views.
What?
Oh, for God's sake.
You're
How
kidding
old
me.
is it?
There are that many?
105,000 thumbs up.
How old
What?
was it
That many
20,000
gullible
thumbs
shits?
down?
And it was published on December 15th, 2018.
Bloody hell.
It's not even a year old. Oh my god!
Ouch. We're in the wrong
That is
business.
a big
Okay.
ouch.
Okay, guys,
Made my
everybody,
videos right.
guys and gals on the panel right now, we have a lot of work to do. We better get our fucking heads in the game and get to it, because if that's the case, and that's the kind of fucking numbers this guy's pulling, you know, seriously, there is either one or two things that's going on in the world. Number one, there is not enough rope. Number two, right, is that we have to do a better job. So, you know, I'm hoping there's enough rope, but let's see how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Well, before we do go, I think I'm going to have to let you guys go. Hell's got too hot for me.
I really appreciate you being up so late or early, depending on how you want to see that. But it was really great having you on.
Oh, it's
and
my
thank
pleasure,
you so
LT.
much for humoring me.
No, it's my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me. Yes, just coming up on 20 to 5 in the morning, and I think I'm going to fall asleep if I don't get to bed now. All right, guys. Thank you. Having a blast.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Take
take care.
sensible.
Bye.
Take care, cheers. Love you, buddy.
Don't have any terrible dreams.
Good night.
Good
night.
Cheers.
Good night, John Boy. Good night, Mary Ellen.
Catch you on the flip
Yeah, no doubt.
Good night,
Night,
Paul.
John Boy.
Yep. So anyway, we've been at this for
John
hour and
Boy.
38-ish minutes. Let's at least get through this video. I don't know if we'll get time for this third video or not, but let's at least finish this one. I want to see what other kind of crap happens to this guy.
All right.
The air conditioning is off right now. That plaque has been there for a few months. Guys, there is nobody in this room except me right now. I mean, look, you can look all around. Here's my hands. There it is again. Whoa.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm out of here.
All right, successfully in the car. I am heading to my brother Chuck's house for the rest of the night. I am not comfortable.
Yeah,
Oh
true.
my God. So he spent all that
Unbelievable.
time building up the suspense, all these weird things happening. He's got to prove to you that there's nobody else in the room. He keeps drawing the attention to that plaque. And then, of course, the plaque falls. But, of course, there's nobody on the other side of the wall that can just pull the nail out. Oh, come on.
My
I
God.
didn't even see a scar on the wall where there was a nail to begin with.
Oh. Go for it, Monkey. Go for it.
No, I mean, it's just fucking bollocks, isn't it? He's just making shit up and just trying to build some kind of suspense and giving absolutely nothing at all.
No.
Yep.
Or it could all be real.
Well, it could be real bullshit.
Well, I didn't see that green hairy hand come out, so I ain't buying it. But I think at this point it's time to unzip the dick.
I think so.
At this point, you have to look at this and go, come on! Holy fuck, man. You are either trolling or you have been trolled so badly that that little fucking itch you have on the inside of your leg, yes, that shit stain you call an existence, has literally left your fucking trousers and walked off to become its own man. Because there's no excuse for this. What the hell is wrong with you? Holy God, you're feeding into the bullshit right now. And as far as I'm concerned, you know, tossers be tossers, but buddy, you be tossing, man. Fuck. Give it up. This guy's an idiot.
Complete idiot. I mean, he has just spent fucking the entire video just dragging it out and getting nowhere, just trying to build it and build it and build it and playing with his little fucking meter and going how it beeps and then, you know, for what? Nothing, man. He hasn't got us anywhere.
It's a total stage, man. It's a total stage show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, basically what you have seen is the absolute extent of what a rectal wart can do to entertain you, because that's what you just watched.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, if I want that kind of buildup, I'm just going to go in the other room and grab babes, because at least I know there's a happy ending at the end.
Fucking oath.
Oh my God.
Are you still on exactly 700 subs, Logical?
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, everybody that's come in tonight, been in the chat, you know, and all the new subs in the last few hours. I really, really appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you.
I wonder how many I lost tonight.
Awesome.
Lost? Why would you lose?
I'm joking. Earlier.
Oh.
Because I swear and I'm rude, Logical.
Yeah, but that's why we love you.
I know.
Oh, Annie Flatter, I haven't heard your voice in a few minutes. Come on, man, give me something.
No, I don't normally like to follow a room after Dick. It's always a bit sticky. Especially also after a monkey flinging his shit everywhere.
Don't be a coward. Let it out.
Step up. Don't worry about that hard, throbbing dick going before you. It's okay.
I was just saying, this guy, you've got to hand it to him. He knows how to pull in his audience and keep them going. And clearly he's not dealing with intellectuals here, so he doesn't have to do a lot of thinking to it.
No, but I mean, hats off to the guy. Production value. And how many views and subs does he have? He's making some money, so... whatever, you know. He's making money out of pure shit, but at least he's doing something, you know.
Absolutely.
You got to give that. You got to give that one for sure. Because let's face it, if you could sell fridges and freezers to igloos and Eskimo dwellers, you would, right? So that's what this guy's doing. Oh, come on, you need this. Never mind heaven. We can really save you through this one. Why? Oh, well, reasons. But never mind. We'll get there. Come on, join us for the ride.
I say the real genius is the person that put the box of bullshit on eBay and making fucking money off it.
Right?
I mean, Dybbuk, me and you're going to get together later. You're going to shit in a box and going to sell it online for £100.
Fuck me, no, fan. I'll shit in any box.
Go for
mate. I don't give a fuck. I'll shit anywhere. Shit in my hand.
Yeah, I'll admit, I love a good ghost story. I've seen all the Conjuring movies. I've seen all the Exorcist movies. I've seen all the vampire movies. I love them. But
everyone's got a ghost story, haven't they?
Yeah, this kind of stuff, I can watch this on entertainment on YouTube. But what concerns me is the level of stupidity that people are going to say, well, yeah, that's got to be true because look.
Oh man, I know. I hear it too.
Yeah.
Well, then the stupid award's got to go to the 8 million people who've watched the video.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I envy anybody who hasn't seen it yet.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a few.
Yeah, well, I envy them all.
Oh, God. Teddy, what do you got, man?
Oh, fantastic, Jack. Fantastic.
Oh, bro, that was awesome. But it is true because, let's face it, guys like us who line this shit up and knock it down, we are faced with a lot of it, right? And as much as we point and laugh at it, can any one of us say honestly 100% absolutely that it doesn't affect? Of course we can. What am I talking about? That's fucking bullshit. But it's really funny, isn't it?
Fucking hilarious. Oh dear.
Teddy,
Sorry
I know
for that setup, but
Teddy, I know you're in UK, specifically Scotland, and it's really, really late for you. How much more can you do before we have to shut this down?
What's the time there? 4:45?
Yeah, no, but logical, you did that all wrong. You did that all wrong. The actual question was, how are you doing for party favors and alcohol, and how long can you keep going? That is the actual question.
Well,
That's the one.
Okay, so I wasn't thinking. My brain's a little melted from the stupid I've been watching the last few days.
There we go.
Give me a break.
I tell you what, right? They should give us shields of vaccination against this fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We got anything going on in the chat? Does anybody want to get their word in edgewise?
Sure. We've got Shite Shovel. He said his underpants are hot. And he shows a little bit of wind come out. And then
dude.
And then Unpage said I'd be humping that demon back box. And then Thoughts by Jay said, Dick Dawson, tell us how you really feel. And then Mr. Victory again said, he be like the ghost is talking to me. Hold on, I feel something. It's coming to me.
Hasn't anyone on the panel got a good ghost story?
Yeah, I had a demon one time in my life. She was 5'3", blonde. Ended up sharing a last name with me. She didn't come in a box. It was really, really hard to get rid of her. I had to get an exorcist and a lawyer at the same time.
Oh man.
Oh, I hear you there too. I hear you there. It was crazy because I had this meeting and the exorcist was there and the lawyer was there and the ex-wife was there and there was all kinds of screaming and yelling and flotation and levitation and I had no idea what was going on. But in the end, I walked away with the child, so I guess everything was okay.
Yeah, you worked out okay.
Was there beds floating around and all sorts?
Oh, there was green pea puke in the lot, buddy. It was absolutely insane. But that goes hand in hand with liars, thieves, and absolute fucking morons. So what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah,
You know,
my demon didn't throw beds and shit around, but she had a habit of throwing china and glasses around.
Ooh.
I've got a habit of throwing shit around, but
so she was like a bull in a china shop.
Oh, wait a minute. Something in the chat. Here's some toast for those 701 subs cheering all the way to 100K. Thank you,
nice.
Jesus. Thank you.
That's
Thank
awesome,
you.
man.
Yeah, I don't often look at the chat because I'm so busy engaged in the conversation, but I just happened to look over at the other screen and notice that. So thanks. Anyway, who haven't we heard from for a little bit? Jen, come on.
What? It's not my fault.
I'm gonna keep poking you until you give me something.
I did have a really bad scare once. I was having sex with this guy, and I thought it was going to take forever, but it only lasted 30 seconds.
gutted. Yeah, but I mean that must have been fucking gutting for him as well, you know.
It's what you never say.
I mean, I'd be devoed.
Yeah, that's ghost sex, man. I mean, you think it's there, but not really.
What about that
It just
stupid
kinda
dumbass
disappeared.
film called Entity? Have you heard of that? That's supposed to be
Oh,
a true
yeah.
story where she gets raped by a fucking ghost every night.
Well, I did ghost this guy, but that was different.
And I actually watched that film, and the bit I remember the most was the handprints, like the hand imprint on her breasts. I remember that bit well.
Oh yeah.
The rest of the film I can't fucking remember at all. And then at the end of it said, and she moved house and still gets raped from time to this day. By what?
Yeah.
That's weird. That's
that is weird.
That's really
I've
weird.
not heard of that film, The Entity.
Yeah, I've heard of it, and it was a scary ass movie, but I can't buy the reality of it. I could be wrong, but I don't have enough information.
Right.
To me, it sounds like Discord relationships gone wrong, but maybe we should turn to Kiri Mack on this one. What do you think, honey?
Nice.
Such an asshole.
Oh, unpaid shills. I can't believe you said that.
What did he say?
Maybe that's your job.
Oh God! So there I was, nuts deep in this midget. I'll try again. So there I was. So there I was, nuts deep in this midget's ass, and he turns around and asks me to cuddle, and I'm thinking, oh man, what a queer. I can't do it.
Holy fuck, that was amazing. Holy fuck.
All I can say at this point is that God from here.
Yeah. Oh, my tummy hurts.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll do everybody a favor and shut up for a second.
This is your fault, unpaid shill.
And all of a sudden, I got Russell Crowe in my head shouting, "Are you not entertained?"
Oh God, that was so good. You never know what's going to happen when you get some shills together. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Oh, kind of shit flies around.
I can crack on to the next one, Lodge. What would you fancy?
What did he say, Carrie?
He said we can crack on to the next one, Lodge, whatever you fancy.
Yeah, let's see here. We still got 35 in the chat. They don't seem to be minding so much. So unless somebody really has a major complaint, yeah, sure, let's crack on.
Yeah, I took the day off work for this, Logical.
Would you walk on the first one first, then, or? Crack on with the next one.
Yeah,
crack on.
Crack on.
In which case, here we go.
Person, live stream videos, group sessions on the radio, on live podcasts, at meetups and events. So when you watch this and ask yourself, is this really real? The answer is 100% yes, it is real. I have hundreds of videos here from over the years showing the progress of what I do. Feel free to subscribe and check them out. Where'd you go? Who was that? Who was that? Is this working? Yes. Where are you right now? How many are here? Year of God? There's 25. Let's make contact. Who is this? This is Steve Huff. What's your name? Bob? Hey guys, it's late. I'm in my house. We're gonna do an old school Huff Paranormal session. Right here in my living room tonight. We're going to see who we can connect with on the other side using a very unique method, and I'll show you right now. Alright, so right here I have an AM/FM radio, but I can manually scan that radio.
You know, we talk about pareidolia quite a lot when we do videos on the shells. There is such a thing as audio pareidolia, because your brain is looking for a pattern. So when you look at clouds and you see elephants and stuff, your brain is looking for that pattern. And when you hear things that you don't quite catch or you don't fully understand, your brain is trying to make sense of it, which is why somebody can say something to you, you'll ask them, sorry, what, I didn't hear you, and before they've even repeated it, you've kind of already remembered what they said, because it was there. It was just, that's a bad example, but
They used to look through that through records, didn't they? Like the old vinyl records, they used to put them on the decks and play them backwards, and then say, "Oh, it's speaking in tongues." No, you're playing a record backwards, you fucking idiot.
I loved it when bands used to do that deliberately to fuck with people, though. They would put messages in deliberately so that when you played them backwards, you got something. That's brilliant. I love that.
Yeah.
Could I add something to that?
Yeah.
This video was published on September 3rd of this year, and it has 3.1 thousand views. Thumbs up, 35,000 views. Wow. And this guy has 969,000 subscribers.
Oh my God! Part of me wants to say, I'm in the wrong business on YouTube, but then the other half of me wants to say, yeah, but I'd rather be intellectually honest and poor than to be, a woo puddler and rich. Very hard.
Well, boy, we have a lot more fun doing what we're doing, don't we? So.
No, that's true.
I think so, yeah.
And,
I'll be honest. I love this.
How do you look yourself in the mirror and shave after saying shit like that? Come on. What the hell is wrong with you? Holy. I swear to God, the guy probably pulls up a porn website in his own dick turtles because it wants nothing to do with him. Come on.
Okay. How can he do that? Easy. 370 Patreons at a minimum of $5 a piece.
Yeah. And that's disgusting.
Add up those.
Did you see
when laughing all the way to the bank and a sucker's born every minute?
Oh, good eye. See, the video starts again. He started making this video a year ago. It says in the bottom left-hand corner, 1 year ago.
What?
So it's taken him a year.
It doesn't take me that long to take the garbage out. Why does it take him that long? What the hell's going on?
He got lost along the way, taking the fucking garbage out, clearly.
I guess special effects, if they're going to be done well, they need to have time taken to do them. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah,
so
389 subs at $5 a piece. He's grossing just shy of $2,000 a month just on that.
Well, that's regular fucking income, and they say our shows get paid well.
That's more than my full-time job, for Christ's sake.
I mean, for the love of God, we are the actual shills, and we know there's no money to be had in it. So this piece of trash, like, what the hell? You know, seriously, you got leeches from back in the day, and they used to put them on a person to suck a bit of blood, and that was supposed to be a healing thing. Well, this guy is a leech on the brain of society, and he is sucking the intellect dry out of it. Come on, people, fight back. You don't feed this guy money. What are you doing? For the love of God, man, wake up, you fucking idiots. Ding. Fuck.
Yeah, you gotta be stupid. Do it because you are stupid. Don't pay for it.
Right?
It does baffle me how they fucking do it, though. It just... It's all they do all the time.
The thing is, though, scammers have been around for so long, and they still make money scamming. And that's so popular. It's like with the scam baiting thing. There's always a new group coming right up.
Exactly.
They just go on and on with it, you know, and they'll just keep pushing it, and there's nothing there, you know.
No, that's why we end up calling them snake oil salesmen and whatnot, because it's absolute bullshit. I mean, God damn it, man. As many times as one of these absolute cranial cavity direct fucking moron, empty fucking, I can hear the ocean through your ears, fucks has ever stepped up and said anything, it's been absolute nonsense that's been proven for a couple of 1,000 years minimum. And as such, it's really hard to take it seriously. Now, some of them, like that guy and whatnot, you do have to take it seriously because of that fervent approach he comes to it. You know that guy literally believes what he's saying, right?
That guy's fucked in the head.
Oh man, he's fucked. You're not kidding, Monk. But when you look at somebody like Orphan Red, who's literally peddling cleavage as an excuse for flat earth and donations, you know, it really does make you wonder how the ones that really believe it, could even be in the community and support them, because you got so much charlatan action going on.
Well, even worse is those people that try and say that they can talk to them, you know, your fucking dead grandmother and all that bollocks. They sell you that as well, and it's
that's way
fuck off.
Worse.
Yeah. Those ones that want to hone in on people's grief and take advantage of that.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's what these paranormal pricks are doing. They're feeding off people's fears.
Absolutely.
Yeah, agree.
And they do it in a way that's exactly like the horoscopes, where it's so vague and general that, of course, it's going to mean something to you, because anybody can make sense of that shit, right? Come on.
You can read any fucking horoscope and put it to your fucking day.
Right. Bullshit. That's all.
Yeah, when I was in the Navy, me and my little brother were both in it more or less the same time. And he was on the East Coast, I was on the West Coast. So he was doing med cruises during the time of Gaddafi and the Line of Death. And I was in the Persian Gulf during the Iran-Iraq war and all that kind of stuff. And my mother started going to a tarot card reader because she was all uptight about her little boys in potential war zones and stuff. And when I got home, she drugged me to one of these stupid psychic fairs, and I sat down and I watched these idiots milk her for information, reword it, and then feed it back to her, and she buying into it and would not believe me when I told her, Mom, they're milking you.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's shit, I think.
And this is a hard milking. This is not soft. This is hard. This is like Daniel Pratt stepping up to a bull and giving it a good fucking tosser, expecting a glass of milk fucking milking, right? That's what we're talking about. It's fucking it's bad.
Well, this guy that we're about to watch, he, several of us here have done lots of video editing and filmmaking and things, and we understand how video and audio are separate tracks, that you can do anything you want to cheat the camera and fool it, and this is all technological simplicity to somebody who knows what they're doing, and he's making millions off of this.
Yeah. And it is simple, Jen. You're very much right, because to somebody like us who really knows what's going on, this is at the bottom basics of the fucking pole, isn't it? Like, this is nothing.
God, yes. I did this kind of shit in 8th grade.
I know. It's horrible. I remember doing shit like this with a Genlock Amiga, for God's sakes, and that's way back, right? Come on.
If somebody like this guy, this guy, not quite so bad as the mediums that say that they're talking to your past loved ones. If somebody like this guy was up front and said, I'm not promoting this, I don't believe it, but it's fun, then nobody would care. People would still watch it. But it's when people say, yeah, this is totally 100% legit, and give me your money, that's when it gets shit.
Well, a guy like this is fertilizing the crops for the people who are dragging him in and having him talk to Uncle Dead Guy.
I'm betting by this time we've got some activity going on in the chat. Amy, why don't you shoot that at us before we crack on with the video?
Sure. I've got Mr. Victor said my grandmother was really superstitious and religiously believed in the paranormal. It is where he learned it. And Mr. Victory also said Orphan Red sold her soul to the devil for new boobs. Thinks she should ask for a refund. Yes. And Purple Rhymes with Orange said, I sold my soul to Satan. He complained about how good it was. I just said, sorry, no refunds.
There you go.
That's all good. Good one, Perp.
Yes. And I personally can also attest to the scum-sucking leeches that try to prey on people who are grieving. Someone who's lost a few family members, yes. Notably, my husband tried to do that with me, but I was on my game, even though I was grieving and I was desperate to get out from underneath it. I talked to one person, and she said, "Well, your husband says this and this and this," and I looked her right dead in the face. I said, he never spoke to me in that manner. Of course, I knew it was bum. It was just deep down I did. It's just, when grieving, you do difference. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
But it's all
so you
bunk.
knew it right away, right? You knew it right away. So perfect. Right on.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, because like I said before, after my husband passed, I had to be on my game for Matthew. So.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Big time.
Mm-hmm. Because I had a little guy to take care of. He was 2 years old, and at the time we didn't know it, but he had his, autism and everything like that.
Yep.
It's amazing how strong we are when we got to be.
It is. Yeah. It's amazing how.
Even as we dance in the depths of hell on the 666 substream, we've got it going on. Oh yeah,
that's
baby.
Right. Sure do.
Shall we move forward with this idiot?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
I just want to mention real quick. I like what Forever Learning says. He says to Kiri Mac, "I'm not superstitious. It's bad luck."
Okay.
It's plugged in here to my Portal Black Beauty, and what's going to happen is if I can connect tonight with Spirit, they will use that audio and the radio, manipulate it inside the portal, and out will come answers and messages, whatever spirits are trying to say. And let's get started. Spirits are everywhere, and they are nothing to fear. Most of them want love and to be given a voice. I choose to respect the dead by giving them these chances to speak. Hello? Where'd you go? Who was that? Who was that? Is this working? Yes. What's your name? I can hear you. I heard you. That was a pretty cool interaction. Female answered yes, clear, direct answer to my question. Then she mentioned talking to another spirit that I could hear her. And then she talked about fading away, which I've talked about many times, how spirits come and go so quick. And that might have provided an answer to that they can't stay for long. Where'd you go? Who was that? Who was that? Is this working? Yes. What's your name? I can hear you. I heard you. So how amazing is that, using the portal spirit communication device along with just a simple manual.
A Kiss shirt. He's wearing a Kiss shirt. Oh my God.
Guess what?
Well, they're pretty spooky.
He was really fingering his tool. I mean, Jesus, how much? If you really need to get off that bad, turn the camera off and go to the bedroom and get yourself a sock or something, or a wet wipe. Anything. Don't do this shit on camera.
Yeah. For the love of God, never do that with your hand up, Kermit. Don't do that to my childhood. What are you doing?
I'm also looking at exposed wire and thinking fire hazard,
Yeah. Oh, I thought I was looking at a flux capacitor. I thought he was going to tell us about 88 miles per hour and how everything was going to be just fine. I had no idea what was coming there. That guy was amazing.
Yeah, he got it on a real deal from a guy who's selling a DeLorean.
Yeah, and of course he doesn't hold the camera still, so we can actually see what the hell that thing is and how it's put together and what it actually does. No, he's going to show it to you. He's going to bounce it around so you can't really get a good look at it.
I told you what it is. It's a little box with micro wire and a sewing machine potentiometer foot switch.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous to me. I'm like, but there are people that he's going to bilk out of a lot of money because they're grieving and they're upset and they want anything. They want and they don't know what they want.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that was
just
painful.
off that.
It's an ectoplasm wah-wah pedal.
Yeah,
there you go.
Dan Aykroyd is sitting in the background right now going, "How dare you thief from me?" Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Slimer to pop out and just really give him a good sliming.
I agree.
And he keeps filling it like that. You'll see the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man pop out.
Hey, do we still have a monkey in the room? He's being suspiciously quiet, and that frightens me more than this video.
It does. I agree. Where is he? Uh-oh. We must have a problem here.
He might be getting the curry. He's reloading.
Let me look at Command Central. I see him listed.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he went outside to do his tree swing wee. I don't know. He'll be back.
Yeah, the neighbors probably pissed him off, and he's flinging shit at them as we speak, right?
Yeah, but am I right, guys? I mean, a quiet monkey is just scary as hell.
Dangerous.
Oh, I mean, us chills, we know the monkey well, and when he gets quiet, it's coming, right? You could basically duck for cover.
Okay, well, while we're waiting on the monkey to return, let's crack on with the stupid.
Okay.
Once you establish that connection, you are able to communicate directly with those who call themselves the dead, spirits. This is amazing, amazing proof that there is life on the other side, and I've been doing this for years. As a matter of fact, if you like what I do, I don't take on sponsors here. I've turned down sponsors to my videos because I don't want to fill them with sponsored advertisements. But if you like what I do, and it would really help out, all you have to do is like the video, thumbs it up, as well as subscribe if you want to see more about this research. I take what I do very seriously, and everything I've ever done here is 100% real and authentic. Many years now, hundreds of videos right here on this channel, so feel free to check them out so you can see the progress of how this has been improving steadily over the years. Let's get back to more of the session. I welcome you with love and only love. So if you'd like to speak through this device, this is my portal right here.
Let's look at that
Right
device.
there, right there. What I see is a speaker behind 3 wires in a box. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what it was.
Can we go back to that?
Yeah.
All I see is the group photo.
I don't think we have back and forth controls in the way we set up.
Oh,
Did we,
No,
Chatty?
we didn't on this one.
Never mind.
You know, but I just, what I saw in that last segment kind of started to really piss me off, because what I saw was a man saying, I'm going to cheat you, and here's how I'm going to cheat you. And while I'm cheating you, I'm going to ask you to give me money, and you're going to do it because, well, you know, you're dumb.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
So in other words, it's what's his name, Jimmy there from the preacher from the southern states, Jimmy. What was his name? God damn it,
Snake handler.
Yeah.
That Jimmy dead guy.
Yeah. That, you know what I mean? Like, this is so bad from the outset. Come on.
Yeah,
If I was gonna,
how in the hell?
Go. Sorry.
Okay, I noticed he said, you know, the people who call themselves dead or spirits. Okay, let's just assume for a moment that there's life after death, and there's really, you know, for as far as your consciousness is concerned, there's no real transition. You just leave the physical coil behind, right? How in the hell am I going to know that I'm dead? Why would I call myself dead if I feel alive?
Exactly.
I made a good point.
Well, probably dead or not, I'm not going to be fucking talking to that prick.
I knew sooner or later the lurker couldn't contain himself.
Yeah.
You know, I one day I was walking down the street, right? And I stepped on a fucking worm, and I thought to myself, okay, that's fine, no big deal. And then the next one was a caterpillar, and I was like, shit, you know, I don't really want to get those guys, right? And then I got a snail, and damn it, you know, I really don't want to do those guys, right? Because, you know, that's bad stuff. But for the love of God, well, you know, for the love of God, if I could have just traded everything I stepped on that day for this guy, I could have whistled Dixie right into the fucking car and had my
Right on.
I just looked at the clock. I realized we've been doing this for 2 hours and 15 minutes. What the hell is wrong with us?
Wow. I do have a good comment, if I may read it, please.
Excellent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Unpaid Chills says, and he's talking about going to the subject that we were on too. He says they're willing to pay anything to feel a little peace and comfort. And I can understand that.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Anybody else saying anything out there, Amy?
Let me see. I'm looking, and not dumb, desperate, and heartbroken is who this guy feeds off of. And that's true. I kind of agree with that, because when you're desperate, you do anything. But yeah. And Mr. Victory said, anyone remember the ectoplasm photography in the 1800s? It was the start of the ghost con.
Oh,
yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. That is where it started from, for sure.
What does Unpaid Chills have to say?
Oh, here, can I do that one?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
yeah, that's definitely
go
a guy
ahead.
one.
If I were a ghost, I would be hanging out in a woman's locker room in the corner on a prolonged tug date.
Sure, right? When you got all the rest of the time in the universe, why not?
Exactly. Gee.
What are they going to do? Arrest you?
Yeah. For God's sakes, you can't throw me in the corner for that one. At least throw a shill a bone, right? Come on.
Wait a minute. Wait,
whatever you want to do, mate, that's your business.
Did I just ask? Did I hear Dick ask for a boner? What?
Yeah. Oh, like he needs our help.
He must be out of lollipops. This is the time you know that Dick's out of lollipops is when he asks for boners.
Hey, if you're talking lollipops, this is the kind of dick that stands up and takes notice. So let me say, I want my turn on the lollipop round. Oh yeah, baby, bring it on.
Let's not start that again. Oh, come on, Teddy, give us some more stupid.
Hello? Hello? What spirits are here with us tonight? Something's daughter? Where are you right now? How many are here? You're of God? There's 25. Hello? Let's make contact. Who is this? This is Steve Huff. What's your name? Bob? Where are you, Bob? This is a spirit named Bob wishing to tell his daughter he is with God. Many of my members here at YouTube and Patreon always ask me if their loved ones are with God, and sometimes they come through and tell them directly in sessions. Who's here looking for the light?
Logical. Bring out the fucking hammer. Come on. Holy
because no
shit.
self-respecting woo peddler who's going to bilk you out of your money is going to tell you, no, you stupid motherfucker, your husband's with the devil and he's shoveling coal in hell. What the fuck are you thinking? Of course you're going to tell him he's with God.
Oh,
Exactly.
wow. Holy. This is worse than one of those horoscopes when you walk into the fucking the pub to get an off sale, a 6-pack, and they have the little TV up there and it says, this may be your lucky day, but it may not. And in your social life, you may have some up and downs. What? All you told me was to go home and fucking stick my head under a pillow, you asshole. What the hell is wrong with you? This is just ridiculous.
It beggars belief that folks actually buy into this.
Oh. And what were the numbers, Jen? I'm sorry to do that again, but Jen Morgan, what were the numbers again? Doesn't this sorry-ass sack of shit have really big numbers?
This guy had like 900,000 subs and 300, almost 400 in Patreon at $5 a piece minimum.
Okay, so to every one of you 900 and some thousand subs, I have a message for you right now. Wake up! What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you serious? You better be subbed to this guy for the fucking comedy, because I swear to God, every one of you are the dumbest fucks I've ever seen in my life. What the? Wake the fuck up! What the hell? You can't be serious. Jesus Christ.
Dick, how do you really feel?
Fuck, you know? I mean, come on.
He's right, man. He's right. You're probably sick as pig shit to fucking buy any of this shit.
They gotta be stupid as fuck.
Yeah, I swear to God, somebody with piles, desperate for a fucking comfortable night, would not buy this for all of the fucking anal cream in the world. Come on, this is bullshit. Jesus Christ.
I'm actually thinking the monkey fell asleep because this is something I'm sure he would have been ranting on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think he's
too
passed
busy
out.
up the tree, isn't he, bruv?
Monkey, I got some bananas. Come on.
I think maybe he fell out of the tree.
Yeah, or
No,
maybe
he's going to been
stroking-
herding out in the back with the rest of the monkeys, eh, bruv, isn't he?
Okay, I don't even think Kiri could translate that. What the hell was that?
Something
I
about
think I had a
hanging
stroke
out
or
in a
something.
tree with the
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, all I heard was somebody was getting beaten with a dead squirrel, blah, blah. I should be drunk New
Sorry,
Zealander. That's all I heard.
I'm in the middle of trying to communicate with the dead, and that's all that came out.
Oh,
now that I've done that, I'm sure I can get a couple of hundred fucking Patreons out of it.
Oh God.
So let's rate the stupid on a scale of 1 to 10, where Spinal Tap is 11. I'm gonna give this guy a solid 14. What the fuck, man?
Absolutely, man.
I was going to give him a 33.
That's a good one.
I give him 666.
There you go. I give him a solid asshole. That's what I give him.
It's nice. I love it.
Well, Teddy, we may as well kind of suffer through this, but we are in hell, so let's go on with the torture.
Let's do it.
Hello. Are you looking for God? Are you looking for light? I'm right here. So this session was pretty cool, pretty direct. I wanted to do just a no-nonsense video here. Sit down, turn on the device, talk to the spirits, see who came through, because we never know who's going to connect on any given night. Here, a father did want to get a message out to his daughter, most likely one of my patrons or YouTube members. It's always a beautiful thing, but the communication using this method is remarkable, and it all comes down to the connection. Once you create that connection, you can use any way for spirits to communicate. Here's a couple more clips that I recorded about a week ago and shared with members. Here's some I'm going to share with you using a Poltercom spirit communication device. Love is the key, guys.
Hello.
Remember that.
Who's here with me today?
Pause it. You need a pause. Oh my God, this was too good in the background. Dick, you're on. Come on, Dick, turn it on.
Oh, sorry. So that was I had my mute button backwards. So that was the Poltercom, ladies and gentlemen. And when you really get sent down to hell and you have to answer your front door, you can guarantee that Poltercom will be there with an intercom system just for you, and it will be tailored to your specific needs. Whether or not you want to be rung by the devil himself, maybe Beelzebub, his sidekick. Maybe you want Damien as your personal voice. Fear not, because Poltercom has you covered. That was just the most ridiculous shit. I can't believe I heard that.
And what the hell is with the light show? I mean, does anybody else think, or are they thinking of the Wizard of Oz? Pay no attention to the men behind the curtain.
Yeah, I want to know what this guy did before
Wait a
they
minute, wait a
invented
minute, wait a
RTV.
minute. Yoda was not in A Wizard of Oz, okay?
Oh, begun. The Polter Wars have. I can't even say it with a straight face.
The power of the shills compels you. The power of the shills compels you.
Remember, folks, there's no
I'm not
nonsense
gonna
with
bother with any spirits until they can text me.
yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, but until you can master two-factor authentication, I got nothing for you. So fuck you.
I believe in it.
Oh my god, you just can't make this shit up, man. That was amazing.
I have one comment here: an eye ghost or a polterpod. And then Roger Rabbit answered with our Android systems.
You know, I asked earlier what was wrong with us going
source.
I was asking a few moments ago, you know, we were on for like 2 hours and 15 minutes at the time. We're now on for 2 hours and 39 minutes. Now I'm not wondering what's so much wrong with us, but what's wrong with everybody else? Because they're still here. Look, I love you for it.
It's not even midnight in the Midwest here.
Oh, well, we're going to take this to midnight and just see what happens at the stroke of midnight to make sure everybody is going to be okay, or...
No, wait a minute. Logical said stroke. Where are you taking this? Come on now. Seriously, come on. I'm sorry for that, ladies and gentlemen, but I will step in and stop it at this moment in time. We will not have that kind of language on this channel, and I apologize for everyone on the panel. He said stroke.
This coming from Mr. Dick Dawson himself. Somebody stick a beer bottle in that puss.
No.
Oh man, I love a herd of Del cows. Oh yeah, you guys are my favorites.
Del cows always.
Can you imagine? This guy once walked into a sperm bank, and this is the conversation because I was there. I heard it, right? And you know, he does his business in the jar, and the one girl says to the other, "That's it. That's all he could do," right? And there was a little drip on the side, so they were closing the jar, and she wiped a little side drip off the jar, and they were gonna put it in the freezer, and the one girl tripped, and the jar broke, and it smashed all over the floor, and it was lost to history, right? But they still had that cloth, and that cloth was saved for history. And right now, what you are seeing is the evolution of a sperm cloth speaking to you through the internet. This is a first, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Dick, you remember last week when you had me sit through that impromptu stream where you had Pratt?
Yeah.
You remember I told you I was going to get you back for it?
Yeah.
How am I doing?
Yeah, you're paying now.
At this point, I definitely owe you one because this is fucking painful, right? I mean, at least Daniel Pratt had something because the barbecue does have gravity, not very much compared to the scale of the earth and whatnot, but at least it has something. So the tree he was barking up wasn't exactly leafless. There was still a few hanging on for dear life, but this is in the bereft of winter, and there is nothing on this tree. This is fucking just bereft of life. It's over. It's done. And we are pointing and laughing like nobody's business. Holy shit.
Yeah, Amy, do we have anything going on in the chat you want to point out?
Yeah, let me see. I've got some good ones. Monochromatic light source said my auntie had a poltergeist in her farmhouse. Every night at 9 o'clock, he would come downstairs, bump, bump, bump. It coincided with Concord arriving over the bird channel. Then just some good night, Forever Learning. He said it's 6:30 a.m. where he is, and he needs to go to sleep. And Roger Rabbit said a specific deadlight time, and there we go.
Jeez, I don't
And
know
it
what the
says,
problem is with these guys, Flatty. I mean, it's
Didn't
only
I notice?
11:30 here.
Didn't I notice something in there from Babes, Amy? You want to read that one out?
sure. And Baby's Troglodyte said, I like his stroke stick.
So there, Dick, stuff it.
There we go. And then she said, thanks for noticing.
Well, at least she
I'm
didn't say.
feeling-
Oh my god. At least she
I'm
didn't say
feeling
I
Billy
like his dick
Squire right
stroke.
now. Yeah, well, I'm feeling like Billy Squire right now. Stroke me. Oh yeah.
What was it that the Shills speech to text on the screen said, Dick, that AB pointed out to us?
Oh, I've got that saved.
Oh, I ride
Really?
babes.
Yeah. I said, all right, babes. That was awesome. And the text came up with, I ride babes.
So, oh god. Yeah, way
Well,
off topic, but it was still funny as hell.
Yeah, I'm
It
sorry
was,
you
man.
had to find out this way, but that's just kind of how it works in our community. Live on air is what it is. You're fucked.
Yeah, there's not much you can do about it.
Yeah, well, next time I need a drink first, and it'll be okay.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
you go.
yeah. I'll send you 2 or 3 bottles of really shitty beer, and we're all good, right? We're
Yeah,
cool,
sure.
right?
Let's crack on with some more soup, but we gotta get this thing done.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
You're Billy? If you touch that handle or get near this box, you should be able to light this up. You guys have done that. Are there any spirits looking to communicate? Are there any spirits looking for help? You want me to turn this off? Oh, look at that. You're lighting it up after I asked you if you wanted me to turn it off. I come as a friend. Are you touching that right now? You just made it light up. I am not anywhere near that radio. Amazing. I'm behind it by about 4 feet. God.
Poltercom.
Oh god.
Oh my
Tell me that was the end of it.
That was the end of it.
Oh, thank you.
I think on the top I saw a sticker that said
Available in your
American
local
Standard.
Barbie section.
That was the end of it? That was the end.
yeah.
Dumbest interruptus. Damn.
Oh,
Oh my god.
the fucking thing had faucet handles on it. I was looking for the sticker that says American Standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Unpaid Chill says my current blood alcohol content is making this hangout quite tolerable. Yeah, we know the feeling there, buddy. Us too.
Oh, fuck.
That thing looked pretty
Oh.
fancy. I was thinking it would say Kohler.
Yeah, I was expecting Crane to be stamped on it, but we have, right? That was amazing. I literally, my son in grade 3 brought home little homework, art projects that had more validity than that. I mean, come on. Wes Craven did better props when he was in movie school. Come on. That was just unbelievable.
Hey, to be fair, the contents of my last bowel movement had better validity than that.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that.
Well, at least it was a stiffer argument.
Yeah, at least the argument had body.
These three videos have cured my constipation.
Yeah. Just like Johnny Cash said, that ring of fire.
You guys, my abs are sore from laughing so hard.
Oh, I know, man. My ribs are killing me.
It's generate some good comments too.
Let's hear them.
Yes, it's like he's Dark Knight Apologetics says he's seeing what he wants. Monochromatic Light Source says I smell bullshit. Unpaged Poltercom because fuck AT&T.
Yeah, that brings up a thought. What kind of long distance charges is this thing racking up?
Oh, no kidding, eh?
Yeah.
For what? Oh, what did I miss? Damn it. Fuck. I had to get up and get a beer and I fucked everything up. God damn it.
Yeah, tough.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Unpaid Shills said Poltercom because fuck AT&T. AT&T. And then Logical said, I wonder what the long distance charges are.
Oh, I love it.
And then, and then Unpaid Chill said, and your last bowel movement was way less corny.
That's really good. Oh, I love it.
Was.
Yeah, for some dumbass reason, when Babes ran to the store before the stream started, I said, "Yeah, just give me a 6-pack of Budweiser." What was I thinking? I should have had her buy me a case.
Oh,
Yeah, no
God,
kidding,
dude, come on. I had a 6-pack during the Shills stream earlier, and then I grabbed a second 6-pack for this one because I knew better. I knew that you were gonna fuck us up real good with some absolute bullshit. And look at this. Who the hell in their right mind would sit through this shit? Look what you've done to me. I'm a useless wreck right now because I had to watch that crap.
My bottle of whiskey.
Oh, I could suck on a bottle of whiskey right now, just like a fucking baby cow in its mother's teat. Just please feed it to me and get me out of this.
It helps. It definitely helps.
Well, it ain't like I'm gonna apologize for this mess. I mean, we wanted the stupidest we could actually find for this stream, and I think they kind of succeeded.
Oh,
yeah, I think we found it.
Yeah.
And it is a Shills tradition. When we get together for these specials, we always go for the real goalpost, right? Like we go for that 90-yard pass fucking touchdown moment, and that was it. Because that was insanity. That was just ridiculous. Oh, I loved it.
Well, whoever picked these out should be shot.
Well, we're coming up on
2
hours and 45 minutes here real soon, and my phone's going to be dying shortly. So why don't we go around the room here and get some final thoughts from everybody? Jeff, why don't you start us off?
All right. Well, this was really fun. And yes, sir, you succeeded. You found the stupidest of the stupid. Thanks for the torture.
You're welcome.
But hey, listen, I blew past 200, never did a special. So now I need 57 more for 300, and then I'll do a special, and we'll see if we can get a little payback on you.
Looking forward to that.
So, that's it, man. Had a good time. It was really great being here. Thanks.
All righty. And let's see who we got here. Taddy, what you got?
Oh, no. Just make sure I wasn't muted up. Apologies for that one. Oh, no, it's been a grand congratulations in reaching and now surpassing your 666. My lucky number, man. It's been absolute fucking hooked being on this show, man. The stupid on display has been phenomenal. Please, whatever you do not buy into any of this, man, because, oh my God, money for nothing.
And your chicks for free.
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that.
Yeah. No translation necessary. Oh yeah, well served.
What about you, Carrie?
Yeah, I had a great time. My lungs are a bit sore from all the laughing, and I'm glad there's a mute button. I really am. Oh goodness, but yeah, I'm awake. I'm still awake. I can't believe it. This is great. So, but
well done.
I don't think I'll be awake for much longer. No, this was really good fun. I'm glad I came. I'm glad I stayed up. Yeah, love it.
I'm glad you guys are here too. What about you, lurker, anti-flirter? Anti-flirter? Yeah, I knew it.
I was about to say something nice too.
You forgot to use the poltercom.
I'm dying here. Take it away, Annie.
Oh, fucking hang on. All right. Oh, seriously though, mate. Fucking well done on 666, bro. Fuck, it's been a pleasure working for you all the way up to this point, mate. Ever since our first colo, bro. And we've got to do another Star Trek one. Seriously, man.
Oh, I know. People have been bugging me for Star Trek. We've got to get that together.
Oh yeah. And if you don't get me in on that one, I will curse you like Inanna Snow on Radical's channel. So just fucking bear it in mind.
Oh, as if you gotta ask, you know.
We're fighting first, mate, not floppy dicks.
What about you, Jim? What do you got to say about all this crap?
Well, it's been real. I haven't laughed so hard for months. It's really great. I enjoyed this very much. And anytime you want me to assault your audience on the shows, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And that's about all I have to say.
Can I jump in? Just before.
Sure, go ahead.
I forgot because of sleep deprivation, but I wanted to let everybody know, and I hope she doesn't kill me for it, that it's Jen's birthday on Monday. 65 years
happy
young.
birthday.
Yay!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yay! So I hope this was a good birthday present. I just had to get that in there. I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me. I'll mute you.
I put her up to that.
Oh man,
Right on.
can you imagine the fun we're gonna have when we do a live stream for your 66th birthday?
Oh
that's
yeah.
wicked.
Yeah.
But let's face
So
it,
I'm
the
still alive.
69th birthday will be the one to be remembered.
Well, if we make it that far.
Oh,
That's
come
when you
on.
both give
stay.
and receive.
Yeah. Well, Amy, if you get any comments from the chat, shout them out. If not, give us a final thoughts on all the stupid we saw tonight, or a combination of both. You're up.
Sure. We've got a lot of people saying happy birthday to Jen. We've got Surf and yep, Taddy's in there too, and unpaid bills and everybody. So happy birthday, Jen. And I just wanted to say congratulations on your 66 and many more. And I had a wonderful time, and thank you so much for having me on.
Could I just make one more mention? Let this be a lesson to everybody in the chat that just because you get old doesn't mean you can't still be a dirty pig.
And let's just check in with the monkey just in case he woke up. Is he here?
I don't think he's here.
No.
I think yeah, I think the tail is now in the vocal orifice, and as such, he can't speak.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine when he
He's
wakes up in
fast
the morning? He's
asleep,
the only one left in this hangout.
Where the fuck did everybody go?
No, I might stay here. I might stay here just to creep him out, so that when he wakes up, I'll just
Yeah, that would be awesome.
hello.
Yeah, but that is forevermore known as pulling a Robert.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well,
I remember
Dick,
that.
come on, man, let it loose.
Well, you know, at this point, folks, we have to look back on this evening and we have to have an absolute giggle because number one, an absolute knuckle dragger like fucking Logical Troglodyte got to 666 subs. Come on, that's amazing, right? And let's not fool ourselves, people. We all know that Babes is really the brains behind the channel, and as such, we're just giving him a little fucking clap right now because it's a nice try. You're really doing well, and we thank Babes for her efforts.
Well, I thank her too because she puts up with a lot of shit. With me doing the stuff that I do online here, and
right.
it's not easy to share the person you love with YouTube.
Well, especially when that person is the kind of person that, when they go out to the barbecue with a couple of steaks, they're dragging them on the ground because they can't get their knuckles off the ground and stuff. She puts up with a lot, man. I think she's really cool.
She is. I could have done a lot worse, trust me. Well, I have.
Yeah, everybody should give Babes credit. Number two, I want to thank everybody. Mr. Sensible had to bail, and unfortunately, let's face it, for somebody who's about 97 years old, they have to get to bed early. What are we gonna do? Right? We have to cut him some credit. So, Mr. Sensible, it was great to have you on. To everybody else, thanks a lot, and just remember, stupid comes in all forms. You have to be diligent, you have to be on watch, and you have to have your senses awake and ready for it, because if it comes up behind you, you got to grab it by the fucking scruff of the neck and say, hey, I'm not listening, fuck you. And I think we did a very good job of that tonight. So Logical, take us out, buddy. It's your 666. Congratulations, you're kicking ass and taking names. Brother, lead us out.
Well,
Get back in there,
thank
Dick.
everybody on the panel for showing up. Thank you so much for helping me plan such a really fun show. Thank you for everybody that has subbed and brought me up to this point. Thank you to everybody that has hung out all this time, 35 still watching. We really, really appreciate your support. And don't forget, stupid is a choice. Taddy, hit the button.